Very good morning to my dear students. So this is Dr. Lakshmi Narasimhacharilu, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, St. Peter's Engineering College, Hyderabad. Today we are going to talk about the resonance circuits, so which is in the network analysis and transmission line subject for second year, which is in unit number 2. So the resonance circuits, already you have a little bit idea about the resonance in physics. So now we are going to do somewhat application part in the resonance circuits by using a circuits. So you have to find some parameters like impedance as well as the quality factor and the bandwidth. So in this connection, just you have to know about the what is the resonance circuit, what is the RLC series resonant and parallel resonance circuits. So in this connection, let us we see that the RLC series circuit is shown in the figure A. You say here the resistance and inductance capacitance 3 are connected in series with the voltage source V. So whatever the voltage drop across the resistance, which is indicated with the delta VR, and voltage drop across the inductance, which is the delta VL, and voltage drop across the capacitance, which is indicated by the delta VC. So now we used to take generally, we know that the impedance of the RLC circuit in the series resonant. So already know that the impedance, which is the combination of the resistance, inductance and the capacitance reactances. So here just you will take the impedance, which is the R, generally used to take Z is equal to R plus J omega L plus 1 by J omega C. So in this connection, just you used to take a series resonant circuit. What is the resistance, which is the resonance condition will be the XL is equal to XC generally. So therefore here the resistance of the circuit which we have, that is the impedance of the circuit here. So already know that XL equal to 2 pi FL and XC equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. So therefore here just to such a circuit shown in the figure connected in a AC source of the constant voltage supply and but having the variable frequency. So the frequency can be varied from 0 in the increasing and the approaching to infinity. That is the frequency variation. So here in this circuit, just we have to understand what is the parameters is here. Since the XL and XC are the functions of the frequency generally, because XL equal to J omega L, which is equal to J 2 pi FL. So that means the reactance of the inductance, which is proportional to the frequency, and similarly the capacitance reactance, which is inversely proportional to the frequency, because XC equal to 1 by 2 pi FL. So here at a particular frequency of the applied voltage, so generally used to take. So therefore the XL and XC will become equal in the magnitudes. So therefore XL equal to XC. This is the condition for the resonance. Therefore XL minus XC equal to 0. So therefore here we say that the impedance is the combination of both resistance and reactances of the both the inductance and capacitance. So therefore which is XL equal to XC condition. So R square plus XL square minus XC square, like that, the both will be cancel XL and XC. Then R is left only. So therefore the pure resistance is the impedance of the series resonance circuit when the resonance condition is happened, right? So in this circuit is said to be a resonance when the XL equal to XC and the impedance equivalent to the resistance. In series circuit, the current remains the same throughout the circuit. Already know that in series circuits current is same, but voltage drop is different in different elements like RLC. But we will take in parallel circuits, what happened is quite reverse, like voltage is same and the current is different in the parallel circuits, right? So therefore here just you have to observe that the IXL equal to IXC, so therefore VL equal to VC. So therefore what is the voltage drop across the capacitance and inductance is same. So at a resonance circuit, the VL and VC will cancel out each other. So therefore the supply voltage, which is V, is equal to the root over VL square plus VL minus VC whole square. So therefore V is equal to root over VR square, like that. So automatically you say that the voltage drop across the resistance, which is equal to the applied voltage in this series resonant circuit, right? So therefore the entire supply voltage will drop across the resistance only R. So therefore V is equal to VR. And the similar, just you know that the resonant frequency which we have at resonance condition XL equal to XC, already know that. From this condition you say the equate both the how you are going to find the resonant frequency value by using of the LC elements. You say resonant frequency, you say here FR. So therefore 2 pi FR L is equal to 1 by 2 pi FR C. So therefore Fr square is equal to 1 by 4 pi square into Lc. Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root Lc. So therefore, where L is the inductance in Henrys and C is in capacitance, C is the capacitance in farads, and frequency is in hertz. So therefore, this is the way to find the how much frequency is there in the circuit by using of these two elements. So now used to take under the resonance condition, the net reactance is 0. So because the XL equal to XC, so therefore both will be in a phase reversal. So both will be cancelled actually. So therefore, hence the impedance of the circuit, you say that the Z equal to the under root over R square plus X square, where X is equal to 0 because XL minus X equal to 0, right? So this is the minimum possible value of the impedance, so which is possible in the what we call the series resonant circuits. The circuit current is a maximum here because minimum impedance is the maximum circuit current is there automatically. So therefore, the Im is equal to V by Z, which is equal to the V by R, you say that, where Z is equivalent to the R, that the minimum impedance is there. The circuit behaves like a pure resistive circuit because the net reactance is 0 here. So the current is in the phase and the applied voltage obviously. So therefore, the power factor of the circuit is unity under the resonance conditions. So therefore, here as the current is maximum, it produces the large voltage drop across the L and C. If the current is maximum, so therefore large voltage drop across the L and C. Already know that in series resonance circuit, the minimum impedance is occurs. That means the at the resonant condition, the XL equal to XC, so therefore both will be cancelled and the minimum impedance Z is equal to R in the circuit. And the maximum current will flow through it. And the voltage across the inductance at a resonance is given by, just to observe that VL is equal to Im into XL. So therefore Im into XL means omega L. So what is omega? 2 pi Fr. So again you may rewrite the equation, maximum current Im into of 2 pi Fr L. So you say Im into 2 pi into of Fr is a 1 by 2 pi root Lc, which is into L. So therefore again you rewrite the equation, Im into L by root Lc. So therefore Im into L square by Lc whole under root. So therefore L and L square, 2 and L is cancelled. So therefore Im into root L by C. At a resonance condition, the current flowing in the circuit is equivalent to the V by R. So therefore Imax, which is equal to V by R, instead of Imax you may apply the V by R. So the voltage across the inductance, which is the VL indication, so therefore the VL is equal to V by R into root L by C. And again you rewrite the equation, V into of root L by CR square. So this is about the voltage across the inductor circuit, and the waveforms is like this actually, which is voltage is in inductance, voltage is always a leading edge. So therefore here this is the inductance voltage drop across the inductor, and similarly the voltage drop across the capacitor, you say that, which is Vc is equal to Im into Xc. Already know that Xc, what is Xc? 1 by omega C. So therefore used to take omega is the 2 pi Fr, the similarly Im into 1 by 2 pi Fr into C. So Im as usual, so 1 by 2 pi into 1 by 2 pi root Lc into C. Again you have to cancel 2 pi, and what is left? Im into root Lc by C, and again you will get the results is Im into root over L by C. So therefore here the root over L by C is there, instead of Im it is a series resonant circuit. So therefore the maximum current, which is equivalent to the applied voltage to the ratio of the applied voltage to the resistance, so V by R instead of Im. V by R into under root over L by C. Thus the voltage drop across L and C are equal, and many times the applied voltage, hence the voltage magnification occurs at the resonance condition. So the series resonant condition is often referred to as a voltage resonance. So therefore the both voltage drops of the capacitance and inductance both are in the same manner, you say that. So that means the this series resonant condition is often to as voltage resonance, right? So similarly used to take what is the Q factor in the RLC series resonant circuit. The Q factor means quality factor. So used to take generally the quality factor is inversely proportional to the bandwidth because the Q is equal to F0 by bandwidth clearly. where F naught or Fr is the resonant frequency and the bandwidth is the, what is the bandwidth? The upper and lower 3 dB in between, what is the band? That means the 3 dB points lower and upper, that means F2 minus F1 is called the bandwidth generally, right? So therefore, in case of RLC series circuit, the Q factor is defined as the voltage magnification of the circuit at resonance current. At resonance is given by, just you observe that here they already know that the maximum current will pass in the series resonance circuit. So therefore, Im is equal to V by R. So V is equal to Im into R, already know that, and the voltage across the inductance or the capacitor is given by Im into XL or Im into XC. Already know that, already we derived in previous. So therefore, the voltage magnification, which is equal to voltage across L or C by the applied voltage. So what is the voltage across L? VL. Voltage across C? VC. So therefore, any one you should take and you will find the voltage magnification like VL by V or VC by V, and you say that the voltage drop across inductance and capacitance are same. That means you say VL is equal to VC, right? Now you used to take the Im into, what is the VL by V, already know that. So VL already we got the results, so that should be applied here, and you will take Im into XL by Im into R, you say that. That means Im gets cancelled, so XL by R here, that is XC by R. So both are same. This is the voltage magnification. Now you used to take actually the Q factor, right? So therefore, XL by R or XC by R. So what is XL? Omega L. What is XC? Omega C, 1 by omega C. So therefore, you may apply it here omega L by R or omega 1 by omega CR. So used to take, what is the omega 2 pi FR? Already know that. So 2 pi FR by L, 2 pi FR L by R, or 1 by 2 pi F into CR, like that. So used to take again, this is the 2 pi L by what is actually 1 by 2 pi root LC is there, 1 by 2 pi root LC, which is called the FR actually. So therefore 2 pi gets cancelled, and again what you get, the 1 by R into L, 1 by R into root over L by C. So therefore you got like that actually, 1 by R into root over L by C. And similarly you found it from the either the Q factor of the through capacitor or the inductor, whatever it may be, series resonance circuit Q factor, which is equivalent to the 1 by R into root over L by C. So therefore again you rewrite this equation in sense of the capacitance, so 1 by 2 pi FR into C. So the Q factor, which is like this, 1 by R into root L by C. That means the Q factor is completely depends on the three parameters like resistance and the inductance and capacitance, right? So again you used to take the series resonant circuit effects. How you are going to take, that means that when a series RLC circuit attaches the resonance, the condition is XL equal to XC, right? That is the next, since it's a maximum, the power dissipation would be maximum here, and the impedance of the circuit is a minimum, already know that, since the VL and VZ, yeah, this is in phase with the supply current. Okay, this is about the series resonant circuit effects and Q factor of the coil, which is generally the Q factor, which is equivalent to the F naught by bandwidth, already know that. In sense of the series resonant circuit Q factor, in terms of the LCR network parameters, then you will take the 1 by R into root over L by C. That means the Q factor will be changed with respect to the values of these three elements. Now we are going to talk about the resonance in the RLC parallel circuits. So now the whatever we discussed about the series resonant circuit, similarly we are going to talk about the parallel resonant circuit. So that means the three elements, previously it was connected in series with the voltage source, but now we are going to connect these three elements with the parallel with the source. So therefore you used to take generally the source will be Vs here, the circuits R, L, C are connected in parallel with that. The currents will force through the three elements respectively IR, IL and IC, right? The node point is A. Previously what we applied here, previously we applied the Kirchhoff's voltage law, now we are going to apply the Kirchhoff's current law. That means it is the nodal voltage analysis, which is with respect to the node. So therefore here in RLC series circuit, the electrical Resonance takes place when the voltage across the inductor is equal to the voltage across the capacitor. So alternatively, you already know that XL equal to XC, that is the resonance condition in the series resonance circuit. So alternatively, the resonance takes place when the power factor of the circuit becomes unity. The power factor becomes unity, it will also able to give the resonance condition. So this is the basic condition of the resonance, and it remains the same for the parallel circuit also. Thus the resonance will occur in parallel circuit when the power factor of the entire circuit becomes unity. What is the difference there and here? The same similar conditions is there, but here the power factor is coming to unity. Then the resonance condition is occurs in the RLC series parallel circuits. Right? Just to observe this figure, how the connecting elements with the source, which is the three elements are connected in parallel to each other and parallel to the voltage source. You say that the current, the source current which is passing through the circuit is IS, which will be split into the three currents. That means the IR, IL and IC. That means the current flowing through the resistance, inductance and capacitance respectively. Now we are going to talk about this the parallel resonance circuit. For this parallel resonance circuit, you say the applied voltage is taken as a reference phase. You say that, and the current drawn in the an inductor and the coil lags the applied voltage. Already know that in previously what happened, it is the leads. Now it is the lags actually. So capacitance will be leads here, right? So therefore inductive coil lags the applied voltage by a phase angle of theta. The current drawn by a capacitor leads the applied voltage by 90 degrees here in the capacitor. So here now the power factor of the entire circuit is in a phase with the applied voltage, and this will happen when the current drawn by the capacitive branch equals to the reactive component of the current of inductive branch. Okay. So therefore here just to observe that this is the current lagging which is in an inductor and the current leading which is in a capacitor with respect to the voltages. So therefore here these two, this is IL minus IC, which is turns like this IS, but here it is the IS is there. Okay, IL minus IC plus IS like this. So now used to take actually this is hence the resonance takes place. The necessary condition for this is IC is equal to IL sin theta. So the current in the capacitive branch already know that the IC is equal to V by XC, right? How much voltage drop? So same voltage will be there in the parallel circuit. So applied voltage by the XC element. And similarly, the current in the inductive branch, you say that IL is equal to V by ZL. So therefore, where ZL already know that the inductive impedance, inductive branch ZL, and here you used to take generally R plus JXL. So R2 plus XL2 like that. The angle of the lag which is indicated by the theta, tan theta generally, that is XL by R. So therefore the theta equal to tan inverse of XL by R. And now you used to take sin theta is equal to XL by ZL, IL sin theta which is equivalent to the V by ZL into XL by ZL. So therefore VXL by ZL square. This is the I sin theta, you say that. So now used to take, this is the now substituting the equation 2 and 3 in equation 1, you say that what is the equation 2 and 3? This is equation 2, IC equal to V by XC. Equation 3, IL sin theta is equal to VXL by ZL square. So these two will be applied in the equation 1. What is equation 1? IC equal to IL sin theta. Already know that the both currents will be same. Whatever the current passing to the capacitor, which is equivalent to the current passing to the inductor. So therefore from the 2 and 3 equations, you may substitute 2 in a left side and 3 in a right side, you say that. So therefore you may take the V by XC is equal to VXL by ZL square. So therefore ZL square is equivalent to V and V gets cancelled here, XL into XC like that. What is ZL square means? R square plus of omega L square, which is omega L whole square, which is equal to XL into XC. What is XL? Omega RL into the 1 by omega RC. Omega R gets cancelled here. L by C is left and right side. So therefore, how you get the results? Omega RL whole square is equivalent to the L by C minus R square. Now we'll take omega R square into L square, which is equal to L by C into R square. And again omega R square is equivalent to the L square is the division of that, the 1 by LC minus r square by L square. Now you will take omega r is equal to, you applied root, previously it was square, now it is a root. So therefore omega r is equal to under root over 1 by LC minus r square by L square. Now we will take omega, instead of omega you may substitute here 2 pi f r. So therefore resonant frequency which is equal to 1 by 2 pi root over 1 by LC minus r square by L square. This is the resonant frequency of the parallel resonant circuit of RLC, and previously what we got, the resonant frequency of the series resonant circuit FR is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. That means the equations will be little bit different from each other, and now used to take where FR is the resonant frequency in Hertz, already know that. So the expression is different from the series resonant circuit. So however the resistance of the coils is negligible. Expression of the resonant frequency reduced to 1 by 2 pi root LC. So this is the resonant frequency equation for the circuits. Now from the phasor diagram it is clear that the current in the inductive and capacitive branches may be many times greater than that of the result current under the condition of a resonance. So therefore, as the reactive component is 0 under the resonance condition, in order to satisfy the condition of a unity power factor, so generally used to take how much current flows through the inductor and capacitor, which is a more compared to the resultant current under the condition of the resonance, right? So as the reactance component is 0 under the resonance condition, because XL equal to XC, that should be satisfied, and by the satisfying the condition of the unity power factor, the resultant current is a minimum. Under this condition, from the above it is observed that the current taken from the supply can greatly magnified by means of the parallel resonant circuit. This current magnification is termed as a Q factor of the coil. What we observed in the previous series resonant circuit, in series resonant circuit there is a voltage magnification, there is a Q factor you used to take. Generally Q factor is equivalent to the 1 by R under root over L by C in the series resonant circuit. Now we observe that the Q factor here, this is the current magnification. So therefore IC by I already know that. So IC is equivalent to IL sin theta, already we know in the previous equation. So I is equal to IL cos theta, both will be ratioed, that means it is indicated as a tan theta, that is the Q factor. Generally what is the denoted the tan theta, which is equal to the XL by R, you say that tan theta equal to XL by R. So what is XL? Omega L. Omega RL is equal to what? 2 pi FR into L. So 2 pi FR into L by R. What is the resonant frequency? Already you know that. That should be substituted here. At a resonance, the resultant current drawn by the parallel resonant circuit is in phase with the applied voltage. So the resultant current I is equal to IL cos theta. So therefore V by ZL into of R by ZL, you say that. So what we get, the VR by ZL square. But under the resonance condition already know that ZL square equal to XL into XC. So therefore omega R L into 1 by omega RC. Omega R gets cancelled, so therefore L by C is left. That means ZL square already know that. So that should be equivalent to that, the resultant current which is indicated by VR by L by C. So therefore here VR by L by V by L by CR, like this. This is the resultant current what we are taking here. So therefore thus the impedance offered by a parallel resonant circuit, which is indicated by the L by CR only. So this impedance is a purely resistive and generally known as the equivalent or dynamic impedance of the circuit. As the current at a resonance is minimum, but the dynamic impedance represents the maximum impedance offered by the circuit at resonance condition. So here generally used to observe that in series resonance circuit the minimum impedance occurs and the maximum current is flows through that. But here the maximum impedance occurs, right? It is quite different with the series resonance circuit and the parallel resonance circuits. So therefore the parallel circuit they consider as a condition of a maximum impedance or the minimum admittance. What is admittance? Admittance is the reciprocal of the impedance generally. So used to take the impedance is the reciprocal of the admittance. So therefore impedance is maximum, then ultimately admittance is a minimum in parallel resonant circuit, right? Current is minimum, because the impedance is maximum, then the current is minimum here, right? The current resonance is minimum, hence the circuit is sometimes called the rejector circuit, because the rejects that frequency to which it resonant, right? So the that means we call it as a parallel resonant circuit. Sometimes it is called it as a rejector circuit. You say that because the current at a resonance is minimum here actually, and you say that the admittance is minimum and the impedance is maximum. There is a quite reverse of the series resonance circuit, right? So therefore it is rejects the frequency to which it resonant. The phenomena of resonance is a parallel circuit is of a great importance because it forms the basis of a tuned circuits in the electronics. That means most of the time we used to take parallel resonance circuits as used as a tuned circuits, which is in oscillators also. Sometimes you may take LC circuits or RC circuits like that, the tuned coupling. So now this is the broad awareness of the parallel resonance circuit compared to the series resonance circuit. Now you are going to take, this is the description and what are the differences between the series and parallel resonance circuits, and what parameters we have to identify, and how we are going to talk the relative parameters differences in the series and parallel resonance circuits. Just to have to observe that the first one is the impedance at resonance. So already know that the series resonance circuit, the minimum impedance is there, and the parallel resonance circuit have a maximum impedance is there. If we will come into the series resonance circuit, so here impedance is minimum because the condition of the resonance is XL equal to XC. So therefore the impedance of the total circuit, which is indicated by Z is equal to the R plus XL and XC combination, right? R square plus X square. But here what is X actually? XL plus XC. What is that? Both are equal. So therefore XL minus XC. Both will be equal, then XL minus XC will be cancelled. So therefore R is left. That's why the minimum impedance attained in the series resonance circuits. If we will come into the parallel resonance circuit, which provides the maximum impedance compared to the maximum impedance, and which will be equivalent to the Z is equal to L by CR, and here the minimum current is there generally. So maximum impedance is there, then minimum admittance is there. So now we will coming to this point, the current at resonance. What is the current at the resonance? If we will coming to the generalizing thing, when the impedance is minimum, then current is maximum. So in that connection, just to observe that this is only a pure resistance is an impedance in the series resonance circuit, then the maximum current will be attained here, but in this the minimum current is attained because the maximum impedance attained in the parallel resonance circuit. So now we will come into the resonant frequency. What is the resonant frequency already derived in both the series and parallel resonance circuits. So here the series resonance circuit Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC, but here in parallel resonance circuit Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root over 1 by LC minus R square by L square. So now when you say that the F is less than the Fr, so the circuit is a capacitance as the net reactance is neglecting. But here you say that the circuit is an inductive part, F is less than Fr. So as the net susceptance is a negative, right? So here just to observe that here, this is the if F is greater than Fr, the circuit is an inductive, as the net reactance is positive. But we will take here the circuit is a capacitive, as the net susceptance is positive here. This is the difference with the frequency variation, and you will coming to the power factor at a resonant circuit, which is generally used to take a power factor is unity. When it comes to the unity, the power factor, the resonance condition is formed automatically. So now the Q factor, which is XL by R, is there. Here also XL by R is there, and you will take it magnitude resonance magnifies. That means already know that the voltage magnification in the series resonance circuit and the current magnification in the parallel resonance circuit. And one more thing, actually here you say that the relation between the bandwidth and the selectivity, selectivity means the Q factor, you say the end resonant frequency. So that means the Q is equivalent to the F0 by omega, the bandwidth. You say that the bandwidth is inversely proportional with the selectivity, and the graph will be maximum selectivity is there, then the bandwidth is minimum, and the minimum bandwidth is there, maximum selectivity is there. So that means in the graph itself it's shown definitely in a next subsequent what we call lecture we used to take that much of the characteristics and all. So this is the conclusion part in this lecture. So that means basically you used to take the series resonant circuit and parallel resonant circuit, how you are differentiate, how you are discriminate the things in the what parameters you are summarized here, the impedance, current and the resonant frequency, and you say that the power factor, Q factor and the magnification of the resonant circuits. So this is more important for application parts. So here the n number of problems has to solve by using of this series and parallel resonant circuits generally. So therefore specially we used to take the tutorial classes for this, the resonant circuits like series and parallel resonant circuits, n number of problems we have to solve, and you have to practice in house itself also, which is a very important for your final examinations, right? So therefore thank you very much for keep watching this, and the subsequent lecture we are going to talk, and the tutorials also we need to conduct. So definitely we'll subsequently will conduct the tutorial classes, and they will just you